So in this video, I'm going to show you how we can format the output in Python. Okay, let's get started. So we can do formatting of output in two different methods. One is by using percentile operator and by use braces. Okay, so let's see how we can do that. So when I use a percentile operator, we need to use a percentile D, percentile S, percentile F. So everything is representing one type. So percentile D means representing int type. Percentile S means representing the string type. Percentile F or percentile G is representing the float type. So before using this percentile, we need to remember this. So I'll show you a few examples here and go to PyCharm. So in the PyCharm, I'm going to create a new file. Go to the new Python file. Now here I will name it as a formatting output. Formatting output. Now press OK button. Now it's created the new file. So here I will take two different values from, I will initialize two different values, or you can take the input from the user. Let's say I will create a variable called as a name, and name is equal to, I will just say John. So is the name of the employee, and I will create one more variable called age. So let's say age is equal to 25, and then I will create one more variable called as a sal. So let's say sal is equal to 10,000.25 something, okay, decimal number. So these are the values I have assigned. So in Python, whichever value we have assigned into the variable, so by default that will be considered as a data type. So when I store a string, when I initialize a string, this name variable will be considered as a string type. So when I store a number, that will be considered as an int type. And when I store a decimal number, the variable by default will be considered as a float type. Okay, so we don't need to specify data type here as per the Python. So now let's print these values in different ways. Okay, so I will show you a few approaches here. Let us start with the first approach. Let's say approach 1. How we can print these values? Normally we can use a print method, right? So print function. Print, I can just say name comma age comma and sal, right? So this will print all the values side by side. Now when I run this code, it will give you exactly name of the employee, age and the salary. Perfectly right. Suppose if you want to display these values in different lines in proper format, I can just use one more approach here. Let's say approach 2. In approach 2, I can write different statements like print in the double quotes. I will write a meaningful message. Name is, right, and comma name is a variable. So this contains the actual value, right? So comma is a separator here. In Java we have used plus, so here we use comma as a separator. So it will give you a meaningful message followed by the colon, and then it will display the name of the employee. And similarly, I can also write two more statements here. Let's say age is employee age, and here the variable name is age. The variable name is age. Now the next one is a salary, and here the variable name is sal, right? So this is a one way of writing output in the console. So let's run this code, and now we can see the in the second approach, this is the output for the first approach. So we have printed all the values in single line. Now here in the second approach, we have displayed all three values in different lines, so it is exactly displayed in the meaningful manner. So let's say name is John, age is 25, salary is this much. Okay, this is one of the approach to print the values in console as an output. Now I'll show you how to use these keywords as a formatters. As I said, percentile and bracket, curly braces, right? So let us see how we can use this to format the output. Now let's say approach 3. Let's clear this. Now in approach 3, I will use a percentile operator. Okay, so approach 3. So normally this percentile operator comes from C++, okay, C language especially. So Python mostly use syntax from the C language. So now I will write another approach. So see this, how we can use a percentile approach. So here using percentile operator. So let's see that. So let's I'm writing the statement called print. Okay, print in the double quote. Okay, so in the double quotes I will write all the stuff. So here name is, okay, so name is, or we can say it's just name colon. So here I need to print the exact value of the name. So what I can do is, what you can do is, what is the name of what is the type of a name here? So type of the name is string, right? So string means what we have to use here is percentile yes we have to use. So because s is representing the string, so name is string type, right? So comma, then age. So what is the type of age? Int format, that means a number format. So number format means we need to use percentile d, so d representing the number format, that is integer format without decimal. And now salary. So what is the type of the salary? Decimal number. So here I'll use percentile f, or we can use percentile g. Okay, now here s is representing the string type, percentage d is representing the integer type, and percentage g is representing the percentage d is representing the int type without decimal, and percentage g is representing the number with the decimal. Okay, now once we have put everything in the double quote, so here we need to specify percentile in the bracket. We have to pass the variable exactly in the same order. So what is the first variable? Name, and the second variable is age, and third variable is salary. So we need to pass exactly the same order. So in the first name column, percentile s, so instead of in this particular place it will print value of name, and age column percentage d, so in this place it will substitute value of age. Now salary column percentage g, so in this place it will substitute salary value. So whatever, in whichever order we mention here, so the values, the variables also need to give exactly the same. So because here percentile s we have given, and here we also given the string, but if I give percentile s here, that representing the string, but if I give something else or int or float format, that will throw an error. Okay, so here the main thing is it will consider type is important. So using percentile operator here type is important. So type, so what type of the data is important? Here type is important. So what kind of data we are passing? So name percentile s, percentage d, percentage g, these are representing the type of the variable, right? So we need to exactly pass the same order. So this is a one approach. Now let's run this code, and it will also give you the same thing. See, now name is equal to John. This is the output for the last statement, approach 3. So name is John, age 25, salary this one. Now you observe this, wherever we use this percentile s, percentage d, percentage g, so exactly those values are substituted. Okay, this is a one approach by using a percentile operator. So this here, the type is important. Now I'll show you one more approach called approach 4. So here I will use curly braces. Let's see how we can use that. So in the curly braces, value will be important here. It is not, type is not important, value will be important. Let's see how we will write. Let's say print. Okay, so in the bracket, let's say put double quotes. Here I will just write name. Okay, the first one is name. So here I will just put the bracket. Okay, and then give some space, then age. Okay, then age colon and give bracket. Give some space again, write salary, and here put one more braces. So in this braces, actual value will be displayed in the output. Okay, now how we can pass these values here in the brackets? We need to use, after closing the double quotes, so we need to use a function here called as dot format. This is a function. So dot format of, here we need to give all the variables one by one. So name is the first I need to display, age I should display, and then sal I should display. So if you observe here type of the data is not important. So the value is important. So first place I have put the name here, so that name will be printed here. Second place I have put age here, so here age will be printed. and third place salary put here, and salary will be printed in the third place. Okay, so when I run this code, it will give you exact output. See now, name John, age 25, salary this much. Okay, so perfectly right. Now, so here, as I said, type is not important, right? So the value is important. So for example, if I say age before here, okay, so this will also write. Suppose when I say all are ages, this will also write one. So, but it is not giving the correct values, but still this is accepted, because here we are not considering about the type. So we are considering about the value. So for three statement, for three brackets, we are passing three values or not. Only that will be verified here. Okay. Now run this code. Now you can see all are printed 25, 25, 25, because we provided only age here three times. So all the three places it's printed 25 only. So that means it is not considering the type of data. It is considering the value of the variable. So here we need to say name again. This is our age and this is our salary. Right? So now here it will give you exact output like this. Right? Perfectly right. Now, so I will show you one more approach by using curly braces again. Let's see that last approach. Approach 5. So in this approach, what I can do is instead of leaving these brackets empty, I can just pass the index of these variables. Okay, index. So how we can do that is just copy the same statement. Okay, statement is same. Now here I will pass this value. So let's say the first name I pass, right? The index of the name is 0, and the index name of age is 0. Sorry, index of age is 1. So here I'll just put 1. So index of salary is 2. So I'll put 2 here. So based on the index number, it will go and fetch this value. So first place name is there. So it will be index will start from 0. Right? So index is start from 0. Sorry, index is start from 1. So let's say 1 here. Right? So this is 2 here and this is 3 here. Now let's run this code and see. Right? So it's giving an error. So why it is giving an error? Let's see. Okay, so here, so end index error, tuple index out of range. So why it is giving like that? Because the index will start from 0, so not from 1. Okay, so now let's change this 0 here, 1, and this is 2. Okay, now let's run this. Now you can see it is giving exactly the same output. Name is John, age 25, salary this much. Okay, so we can also pass an index by printing those values. Suppose here every time I pass only 0 index, here 0 and here also 0. So now every time what it will print, let's see. So when I run this code, you will get John, 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 because index 0, what is the variable we mentioned? Name. So what is the value of the name? John. So every time John is substituted here. Okay, and similarly when I say 1 here or 2 here, okay, so 2 here. So everywhere, what is the variable we mentioned in the second place? This is 0, this is the 1, salary is 2. So every place it will display the salary. Now run this code. See now, here it is salary, salary, salary is printed. Right? So based on the index, it will go and substitute these values. Let's say 1, 2. So starting index 0, right? So 0, 1, and 2. So here index will start from 0. Index start from 0. Okay, so here above approach the value is important. Okay, so using percentage, so here the value is important, but here also we are using percentile. Sorry, here we are using curly braces, right? So here also we are using curly braces, but here the index and the value, so both are important. Okay, index and value, so both are important. Now once again, if you run this code, you will get exact output here. Okay, so these are the different approaches we need to follow. Approach 1, 2, 3. In the first approach and second approach, we can directly print those values. But in third, fourth, fifth approach, we can just use percentile operator and curly braces operator. So these are the formatting operators we have in Python. So here the same example I provided. So this is 0 actually. So 0, 1, and 2. So this is approach 1 and 2. We have directly printed those values. And approach 3, we can just substitute those values based upon the type, right? So name is a string type, so we need to specify percentage s. Age is a integer type, so we need to specify percentage d. Sal is a decimal number float, so that we need to specify percentage g here. And in approach 3 and 4, we just specify the brackets wherever we want to put these values and use dot format function. So dot format and specify the same order. In whichever order you have written here, the same order you need to pass the variables. Even in approach 4 also. In approach 4, we use index numbers. Okay. So these are percentile and then bracket. So these are all called formatting operators in Python. So by using these operators, we can print output in proper format. Okay. So that's all for this video. So thank you all for watching. So please subscribe my channel to get more updates on this. Thank you all.